What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916 getting down fresh out, and you tune into another edition of Prison Talk. I'm here with my good friend Robert L. Hines, comedian extraordinaire, ex-correctional officer, and you guys have been asking for it, so we got him on the show, and he's got some hell of a story to tell. And one of the things I want to ask him, because I always tell people, man, prison, jail is the most dehumanizing experience you can ever go through, and you know, being able to hold on to that human side of yourself is one of the things that keep you from being institutionalized. And you know, having talked with him, he treated a lot of the guys in there as human beings, which in turn could affect how your coworkers perceive you and how other inmates perceive you. So I want to kind of get his perspective on that on camera, because he has some very interesting things to say about that.
Well, my first thought is that no matter what the situation is, I am not the victim. You dig what I'm saying? Even if, you know, these cats is cool with me, but there's a few guys who ask you to do some shit outside yourself, and you should expect that. I mean, they ain't got nothing. So you should expect motherfucker gonna try to slick talk you into bringing them some bud or some heroin or whatever. That ain't what I'm on, dude. I mean, this is still punishment.
Yeah.
Even if the shit ain't right, it's still punishment, and I'm not here to help you do shit like that. What I was trying to do was bring out your humanity. Like, remember a time before all this shit, the person you were. You know what I'm saying? And you could find that in a lot of cats, man, because they wanted to be regular. They wanted to be treated like an equal. But the hard part is that the situation, like you'll hear officers say that they not racist. I mean, an individual officer might not be, but the system is built on racism.
Yeah, of course.
So no matter how just you are, they still got to deal with the rest of the system. So the best that I can offer you is an island of humanity. That's the best I can offer you, is just for the time, the 8 hours that we together, I'm not gonna treat you like shit.
That's right.
So whatever you got to get off your chest, say it to me. I ain't going nowhere. Tell me what your problem is, and we could try to work on it. But what I can't do is, I'm not finna make this bullshit, I'm not finna justify your personal bullshit. But I do understand what you're going through, and I'm gonna do my best. And when you do that, like for instance, in a jail is not the type of job where you gotta do a lot. You don't really gotta do shit.
Yeah.
Inmates do everything.
Babysitting.
Man, it's just babysitting. So if I hear them say the food is ready, I know these cats hungry.
Yeah.
I'll feed the whole fucking floor, because I ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And then I would find my friends or people who I was social with, like, why you do all that extra shit? Like, why you a social worker? Social worker? Nigga asked me for some draws.
Yeah.
It ain't being Wednesday is when the draws come.
Yeah,
or
it's crazy.
Thursday or some shit when they deliver
Yeah.
it. So I'm gonna go down there and get this dude some draws. That's not a lot to ask. Like, why you always on social worker shit? They have nothing. If you ask me to go get you a t-shirt, I'm gonna go get the motherfucker. If the food is coming down, and a lot of these niggas is lazy as hell, like I'm talking about the officers. They don't want to do shit.
Don't want to do nothing.
Don't want to do a goddamn thing. I'm bored. I'm finna go get the food.
Make your time go by faster.
Come on, guys, let's go get this food.
Yeah.
We come back with the food. I'm feeding the whole guy. Because in the division that I worked in, there were two levels, and there was a central spot called Central Control. And then there were 4 pods that came out of them. And each one of those 4 pods had an upper and lower level. So if I'm going down to get the food for the lower level of the C pod, I'm going to come down the hall with it, and I'm going to feed all 4 tiers. Because I ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are sitting around, because it was this building had no keys. So they had to pop the door from a central area. So everybody up in the pod control chilling. When these dudes, the food been ready for a minute, go get these people food.
And they got motherfuckers waiting to eat.
And this is the other thing. They had these pre-made lunches. And sometimes because they put a juice in the lunch would open. And so guys didn't want open lunches. You don't know, it's rats and shit.
Yeah.
They would eat them because they ain't got shit else.
Yeah, he's starving.
But, so they would ask me, they would get mad at me. It was 48 guys on the tier. And I get 50 lunches or 55 lunches or some shit. And they like, why you keep wasting lunches? These lunches cost you 15 cents. I'm not finna make no nigga go hungry if I don't have to. Like, I can't get everybody double lunches. But it's a few guys who are either working for me or their lunch get fucked up or something like that, and they want another lunch. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything.
People don't realize too, man, like food. I know, like you said, that little extra food, man, that thing is, dude, when it's almost like that's your life. You know, people on the street, they just think it's like, but like you said, when you're in there and you look into that little tear, you're like, oh man, partner, look out. I mean, dude, that's something special, man. It's so much value in that, man.
And it don't take much. It's not hard. But the other officers who weren't conscious enough to understand what was going on, it was a lot of white people who was this way. But here's the thing. In the jail, they wasn't making no money before like 1986. And the reason that they wasn't making no money is because they didn't have a union. But the moment the union came and the money started to go up, then the amount of white people you seen start to go up. Now, it was some old school jail guards who was just white boys who was just rough as hell, because it's the city of Chicago. And it's a bunch of Irish dudes who rough as hell, like knuckle dragging. You know, they like just as hard as you are.
Yeah.
Right? But because they that hard, they not petty. Right?
Yeah. They don't want to be here to bullshit.
No, I ain't got time for this dumb shit y'all on. I'm moving on. It was a few white boys like that. And some of them made supervisor. So when you working with these white boys, it's all gravy in the Navy. They ain't on none of that shit. But it's other white boys who are new and they want to prove that this is their fiefdom. So they fucking with people, doing shit they don't have to do. And it got to the point with me, because there was a few times where I made mistakes, but you could know that my heart was in the right place. I'm not finna fuck over these cats, man, because it ain't nothing in it for me or for them or even for you. Leave them alone. Let them do their time. Let them fight their case and leave these cats alone.
That's it.
Man, it was just one dude, man. In the morning time, people don't eat a lot at the Cook County Jail because breakfast comes at 5. Most cats still sleep.
Yeah.
So you got to open door feed them or whatever. I never worked a midnight shift. I don't know how the breakfast meals go. I just know that there will be plenty of breakfast left when I get there. And so when I get there, there's like they had maybe they served them bread by the loaf, and you had to separate the bread. I didn't separate it. I just left it sitting there because somebody gonna be hungry enough where they
Exactly.
gonna
Make
eat
a
that
sandwich
shit.
or something. Yeah.
Or but they want you to protect the bread with your life because they're afraid that you might make wine and have a good day. You know what I'm saying? We can't have you enjoying your life in jail.
Yeah.
Like, man, fuck that. Leave these cats alone. And don't sell them shit they gotta cook and then get mad when they cook it.
Now, have you ever seen a situation where I know, like, where you have a dude who maybe was a maybe police or correctional officer, and he's locked up in the system? You see how it flips, or have you ever seen a situation like that?
No, not really. Because they don't really, like, I haven't seen it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Okay.
You got to do some really fucked up shit. And even when they catch you and they lock you up, that don't mean I'm going to have contact with you.
Yeah. Because I just know, like, I just asking that question because I know, like, Chicago, a couple other places where they found, like, cops who were doing stuff to dudes on the street. Then they get busted. Then the game changes because now you were doing this to all these dudes, and now all these cases getting over. Now you in the same system that you put these people in.
Well, I knew some guys who were, because mostly everything in the correction system in Chicago is gang affiliated. I knew niggas who was robbing cats just because they had money, not because, like, even if you are a gangster, you got the loot, I need the loot, I'm coming at you. You get what I'm saying? And these cats were the same way in jail. They was lone wolves. Like, it wasn't like they was the police or nothing, but they were still robbing drug dealers.
In jail?
Yes, they got caught robbing drug dealers. They got caught just robbing them. Because after a while, here's the thing about the city of Chicago. Everybody's a crook. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the police
That's
is
Al Capone City.
Man,
Yeah.
everybody got a little bit of graft in them, right?
Yeah.
And so what would happen is, it's really hard to catch the police when everybody's on the ticket. Like, everybody's getting paid.
Yeah.
It ain't no Serpico nigga around.
Yeah.
It's just straight gangsters getting gangster shit done.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and it would come out, and it comes out in their pores, right? They just act this certain way that lets you know they doing well by robbing niggas, right? I remember, man, I had this one guy tell me before I was even in law enforcement, he was like, hey, man, I'm gonna give you a vest with the police name on the back, little windbreaker. You go in this spot, you take all the money you want, and then we'll talk about it later. And I thought about it. I was like, shit, this is easy money. But then I thought, like, I don't really want to be involved in no shit like this.
Yeah, you caught up in the cold. Now look over your back.
And then the feds come in.
Yeah.
And when the feds come in, they taking everybody to jail.
That's right.
And there was graft even in the sheriff's department. Like, there were people who they would brag about being ghost prey rollers. You know, they come to work, clock in, don't do much, and then leave, right? It wasn't a lot of them, but it was a few of them,
Wow.
you know? And this is in the government.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? If certain times of the year, because you got to raise money to run for office. Now, if you're a Democrat in Chicago and the Democratic Party is behind you, you're going to be elected.
Yeah.
But there are some dudes who want to get a little money on the side. So they have like golf outings and shit like that. And when you walk in there, it's like certain times of the year you come into the security office and it's like Ticketron. Because motherfuckers got tickets to golf outings and fundraisers and shit. And you, as a sergeant, you got to take so many of these tickets on. And as a lieutenant, you get more. And as a chief, you get more. You know what I mean? Like, as you go up, you got to sell more tickets in order to keep this job.
You got to get on the hustle.
You got to get on that, right? And so there is all types of graft that, you know, and it's just regular shit that the police do. That, like, you ain't supposed to park here, but you parking here because you the police. You got a little police stick in your shit. You gonna park here. And if it's there is a huge amount of expositions that come through Chicago. Shows of all types.
Yeah, trade stuff.
Trade
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Police is robbing them motherfuckers blind. They back there taking the art off the walls and shit and all types of shit.
Oh, shit.
Because they could get away with it. Now, again, some of these guys ain't bad guys.
Yeah.
But if you give some, that's why they put locks on doors, to keep honest people out.
That's just the way of life out there.
Man, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And Chicago is a tough ass, gritty city. You already know. You just shut up and negotiate through it. You just shut up and try to deal with it.
Hey, man, there you guys have it. Big Herc 916 with Robert L. Hines, man. Prison Talk.